good, Group 413 here back in the day, and today we are here for a brand new review of this car right here, the Mclaren 600LT, which is essentially a road-going version of the 570 GT4. The thing about the 600LT is that it is absolutely a track-oriented monster. It's not going to be setting any lap records or anything like that. You know, they didn't take it to the Nürburgring to set lap records. But what they decided to do with this car was make it fun, but it does cost an extra $60,000 on top of the 570S. And what exactly do you get for that? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. You get some extra carbon fiber bits from the mirrors, to the front splitter, to the new attached rear spoiler, as well as more extreme aero, and of course all of that is made from carbon fiber as well. But honestly, is $60,000 really worth it? For that kind of money, there's so many other cars that you could get on the secondhand market. In fact, there's even Audi R8s on the secondhand market that you could have for that. So you can have, on top of a 570S, a used Audi R8 for the additional cost of the 600LT, which is absolutely bonkers considering the fact that this car only gets an additional 30 horsepower. Only 30 more horsepower, but it does lose a little bit of weight. All of that extra carbon fibery goodness made it lose approximately 211 pounds. Which, I mean, I guess you're just kicking the average American out the side door, but still, 211 pounds is not all that much, really. You know, I've seen cars where it's like 400, 500, 700 pounds of weight reduction, but the thing about this car is, like I said, it's not made to just kill track times. No, this still has some of the very nice interior goodies that you would expect from a luxury touring car such as the 570S. You still get aircon, you still get a radio, you still get all the nice things, but as an option on the 570S, you can replace all of the leather inside of it with Alcantara. As well, you get the carbon fiber racing seats from the McLaren P1. This thing is not necessarily comfortable, but I will say it's not uncomfortable either. So honestly, there's a whole lot of stuff to love about this car, but is $60,000 on top of the 570S worth it? Let's find out on the track. So since the Mclaren 600LT is essentially an upgraded version of the McLaren 570S, I figured we would go ahead and test out the 570S first to sort of set a benchmark for what we can expect with the 600LT. So as you guys can see, the 570S wants to get its tail out. It is a little bit tail happy, and you know, nothing wrong with that. Honestly, a lot of nice supercars are tail happy. I'm not too upset with that at all. It's just something that we won't probably see too much of in the 600LT, considering the fact that it's got all those extra extreme aerodynamic bits, all that carbon fiber and all that good junk. But the 570S can be a little bit of a handful, you know, it wants to spin, it wants to do all kinds of things, and that's really what this car is about. Overall though, it's not that quick. I will say that going around this course right here, this being as technical as it is and as short as it is, was only able to manage a 39.273 after 18 laps. That's not that great. Now of course, the way I'm driving right now is not distinctive of what I was doing for that, because when I talk, I don't drive very well. I will say that. That's why I kind of went ahead and set that lap ahead of time. That way we can go ahead and do this sort of spiel right here about the 570. But again, really to sum it up, it's not too terrible of a car, but it is a little bit tail happy. It wants to get its tail out, and it's not really all that fast around some of these corners because, well, it's just not. It's just not. It doesn't have enough aero to hold it down to the ground. You know, a little bit more aero would probably do this thing quite a bit of good. So now we've got the 600LT here, and honestly guys, this car is insane. It is so much better than the 570S, and it's something that you wouldn't expect. It only loses 200 pounds and gains about 30 more horsepower, but the thing is, you can tell this car is so much quicker than the 570S. It's crazy. I mean, just look at the lap time that we've got. Right now, we're sitting at a 36.803, and that's not terrible. That is actually really, really pretty good. That is really pretty good. But the thing is, that 570S at 39 seconds is just appalling, really. It is appalling in the eyes of this. It's crazy. I was able to almost set the 570S's quick time from a standing start with the 600LT here. Oh my god, it's just crazy. It is so crazy. The 600LT is so much more firm to the ground. It's just, oh my god. I knew it was going to be this way, but I didn't realize it was going to be quite as good as this. I'm actually a little shocked. I really am. So one of the first things that you're going to notice about this car is it does have a big old rear diffuser and a big old rear wing. But speaking of the wing, they actually had to develop a special carbon fiber for it so that it wouldn't catch on fire. Because the other thing you're going to notice about this car is the exhausts on the back. They aren't on the rear like you would expect from the 570S. They're on the top, and they shoot flames occasionally. So that carbon fiber rear spoiler can get kinda hot. I mean, it's already got a bunch of air and friction moving over top of it, so it's gonna get hot from that. But then you throw fire to it, and it's just, oh my god. So they had to develop a flame-resistant carbon fiber for this car so that it wouldn't catch on fire, which could have been solved by any other means. But the thing is, though, is the exhaust coming out the top does save a significant amount of weight because you don't have to pipe nearly as much as you do for the 570S. So is it better to spend a bunch of R&D money developing special carbon fiber that doesn't catch on fire, or save a little bit of extra poundy boys? I mean, that's really all it's up to. But the one thing that you're probably not going to notice is the length of this car, because you'll look at it and you'll go, oh, that's just about the same as the 570S, and you would be pretty close. You would be pretty close. The 600LT with LT standing for long tail. So overall, this car is a whole 2.9 inches longer than the 570S. Now, in the bedroom, 2.9 inches more may seem like quite a bit, but when it comes to a car like this, 2.9 inches ain't nothing. It's something that not a lot of people are actually going to go ahead and notice. But honestly, I like this car a lot. I think it handles so much better than the 570S, and really when it's come to McLarens to me always have felt kind of slidey. They always have felt like they wanted to almost drift a little. And this car's kind of changed that view of it. It's actually pretty firm to the ground. I mean, of course, if I lose it just a little bit, like if I do this, I can get it to slide. But overall, it's not too bad. I quite enjoy it. I really do. So, but anyway, though, that's where we're going to go and wrap things up for today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you guys think of the 600LT? Do you guys agree with my opinion on it? Let me know down in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say. As well, if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Griffin13 and Instagram.com/Griffin13. And if you like this video, go make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe when videos come out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.